You never cease to surprise me, Blue Hedgehog. I thought that capsule you were in exploded in space.
You know, what can I say? I die hard. You actually saved me, you know.
It was a Chaos Emerald, wasn't it? But there's no way you could have activated the Chaos Control using an emerald that's fake. So, there's more to you than just looking like me. What are you, anyway?
What you see is what you get. Just a guy that loves adventure. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog!
I see. But you know, I can't let you live. Your adventuring days are coming to an end.
Okay, what is up, y'all? It is your boy ReddWorld back again in this hoe. Well, y'all know my actual. Well, I'm gonna just give y'all. So my real name is Eric. For y'all who's like, if y'all like new to this channel, my name is Eric. I am the host of ReddWorld. But this is ReddWorld Live. This is where I come on and do a little show to give y'all just to talk about just some of the like little things just going on here and there. Like yesterday we talked about some of the Sonic racing stuff, talked about Borderlands and some other things that just been going on in this like corner of the internet. So today basically we're gonna be talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct Partner Showcase, which was live streamed earlier today on Nintendo's YouTube page. And I just want to ask y'all, like, how do y'all feel about how did y'all feel after watching it? Like, did you watch it? Like, were you moved? Were you even planning on watching it? Did you even know it was? Did you even know it was a thing? I found out at the last minute. I think they announced it yesterday. So, yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't say that my. Let me see. I wouldn't say that I had like high like expectations or high hopes for really anything in general. The only thing that I was like, okay, that would be just like a dream come true is like if they made GTA 5, like if they ported GTA 5 to Switch 2, which like 5 minutes into the direct, I kind of like erased that out my mind, and like I was like, okay, yeah, they're not doing it because I feel like that would have either been like the first game they showed off, or I don't know. It's just the vibes of the whole thing. Just I was like, they're not showing off GTA. But one of the cool things about how they do the directs now is they'll do the live stream, but at the same time they'll upload all of like the trailers and the stuff. Basically, they'll upload everything they talked about separately inside of a not inside, but on their YouTube channel. They post all the trailers and stuff separately as well, which is pretty cool. Cause that just makes it easier on my end. And if you can see, the screen is a little bit different. Some of the stuff is still there. Donkey Kong is still there. Hell, because that game just came out. I'm actually really enjoying that, by the way. And hold on, let me pull the chat up. But yeah, Donkey Kong is out, if y'all don't know. And then hold on, I'm trying to see how to pull up the chat. Dang, I just feel every time I come on here, y'all know how I go. Okay, there it is. Boom. Make sure y'all not saying nothing directly to me. But yeah, I would say just before we get into it, I would say what's up, SBR? There you go. Yeah, they said finally Plants vs. Zombie gets a remaster. Yeah, that's actually one of the games that I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Now there was plenty games that I was like, okay, it's pretty cool. Like this direct isn't just like, it isn't like bare bones. It was actually things that was pretty cool. Like I would say Monster Hunter Stories, Plants and Zombies was one of them too. But also, hell, I'm just gonna start pulling it up because I don't really have like a I don't really have like a formal like lineup written down because I told myself that this was really just gonna be what I'm talking about for today. So let me pull it up. We're not gonna like watch the whole thing. We're just gonna go into a little bit of some of the trailers of the more notable things. So yeah. Mm. So one of the big games that they showed off, first of all, well, it was the first game they showed off, and this was honestly probably the one that I'm anticipating the most, like personally, and that is Monster Hunter Stories 3, which is on the visual, if you can see. But I would say this time it looks like the art style is evolving because Monster Hunter Stories 1 looked like chibi anime, like very like cartoony proportions, very manga-esque looking. And even Monster Hunter Stories 2 kind of had that same vibe, but it seemed like they kind of like matured it a little bit. And then from the looks of Monster Hunter World 3, not World 3. I'm looking at Pac-Man World. Monster Hunter Stories 3, I feel like the art style is much better now because even like the monsters, they look like full-blown monsters now. Because like one of the gripes that I always had about Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2 was like, I don't know, the monsters just felt it was just something off about them. I want to say, even though it's shallow, but yeah, they were just too small for me. Like, but anyways, let's go ahead and get into the trailer a little bit. So I got it right here. Okay. Oh. Oh wow. Hold on. Let me move that shirt. Oh, not yet. I'm showing y'all the ghetto. And let me move my camera down. Okay. All I gotta do is. Okay. Boom. There you go. All right, y'all. Let's get into this trailer just a little bit. Uh-oh. They said people were saddened that Garden Warfare 3 isn't in the Nintendo Direct. They said, but I don't care, let it alone, leave it alone. Wait, but I don't care, LOL. Let it alone. Let them bring nostalgia back. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Alright, come on, trailer. There's really not no gameplay or nothing. This is just let's see. Uh-oh. Hold on. Come on, video. I could have came more prepared, but it's all good. Alright, come on now. Yeah, as you can see right there, it's a little blurry right there, but yeah, the monsters are actually like accurately like full size now compared to like the actual Monster Hunter games. Well, at least I'll say Rathalos.
Our ignorance is proving fatal. The encroachment threatens to drive our people out of house and home. But this divide has brought our two kingdoms to the brink of war.
And you are the sole Rathalos rider in Azuria.
And I will be honest, like when it comes to Monster Hunter Stories, if I were to recommend it to somebody, I wouldn't recommend it for the story is cool, but I honestly think the gameplay is actually like worth getting into. So I can recommend it for the gameplay. Like I actually fuck with the gameplay. The story, I mean, the story's okay. The story's pretty good, but it's just I feel like the gameplay is a little bit more of a selling point. kind of like the actual Monster Hunter games. Like the stories are like cool, but yeah.
My people have been driven into a corner, and the point of no return is looming before us.
Can't afford not to go. I cross the meridian, keep going. But it won't be for long.
Yeah. They said hot take. Monster Hunter Stories 3 better ditch nostalgia and finally evolve, or the series will stay a kiddie spinoff while the mainline franchise eats its lunch. Honestly, I feel like Monster Hunter Stories is one of those like series where I feel like, and I'm not really too sure. I'm not really too knowledgeable on like the development, like the actual like development behind Monster Hunter Stories, but it just gives like it could be another, it could definitely well be like another, what do you call it, IP. It could have been another IP, honestly, but instead of taking a chance on a new IP, they just like slap Monster Hunter on to what it is, which I don't think that's always a bad thing. But yeah, I agree with that. I honestly agree with that. If anything, I would have. If anything, it would be cool to have like an actual Monster Hunter RPG that had like the look and feel of the mainline games a little bit more. But hey, that's just me. Speaking of, they said, let's be real. Monster Hunter Stories 2 was charming, yes, but played it way too safe. It follows the same old formula: recycle monsters and a story that pandered to longtime fans without pushing the. Dang, there's a character limit on I did not know there was a character limit on comments. But yeah, and then that's another thing. Monster Hunter Stories, I wouldn't say that it's one of those like baby's first RPGs almost. Like kind of. Like I wouldn't say it's very like it isn't touching like Final Fantasy or anything like that, or even like Dragon Quest, if I were to be honest. They said without pushing the narrative or mechanics forward in any meaningful way, if Story 3 wants to matter, it needs. Yeah. But if I were to be honest, I will say that I wasn't expecting Monster Hunter Stories 3. Like I would say out of all of these games that was shown off, I will say Monster Hunter Stories 3 was probably the only one where I'm like, okay, that's cool. That was a surprise actually. Cause, and we're gonna talk about it a little bit more when we get into this, but it seemed like, I don't know, it seemed, and that's actually the title of the thumbnail. It seems like a lot of filler. Like this direct had a lot of filler. Like it was just some stuff where I was like, okay, like well, okay. But also mind y'all that this wasn't necessarily a dedicated like Switch 2 direct. This was more of a, well, one partner showcase, but most of these games are also coming to Switch 1 as well. So there's that. And honestly, some of these at this point, I feel like if your game isn't just pushing the boundaries and really like cutting edge graphically wise, I feel like there's really no reason not to have your game on both Switch 1 and 2. But there were also some games that were like exclusive to Switch 2, and I was like, okay, like there's no reason that can't run on Switch 1. But yeah. And I guess I would get another exciting one that for me that was out the way. So when it comes to Pac-Man, I'm not just, I wouldn't say I feel like I have a similar relationship to Pac-Man that I have like with Mickey Mouse and stuff. Like I really liked them as a kid, and like I still like, I like the mascot and I like the character. And you know, Bandai Namco, it makes questionable decisions, but for the most part, when it comes to Pac-Man, I think they do like they keep the legacy up in a positive way, I feel like. So anyway, Pac World 2, Pac-Man World 2, that was a game that was way back in the day. So it's getting a remake basically. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is Pac-Man World 2 Repack, which I think the first game was already remade in the same style. So, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if this game is already out on PS5 and stuff. But anyway, but let's just go ahead and look at it. Yeah, the Pac-Man stuff is dope.
Pac-Man, 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 Pac-Man.
Oh, how about a quick snack? Adventure is back on the menu.
Oh dang, I didn't even hear him talk in the direct.
Pac-Man World 2 Repack. Pac-Man World 2 is back and better than ever.
Allegedly from the ground up.
A massive crisis has fallen upon Pac-Land.
The ghosts have stolen the golden fruit. It's up to us to track them down in this wild adventure through Pac-Land. I've got to get back Stat. The villagers are in danger. Let's run, chomp, and butt bounce through Pac-Land to save the day.
Once you're on the ice, look out for any crack spots. You don't want to fall in.
Watch out for all kinds of epic enemies.
All right, come, Pac-Man. Show me what you're made of.
Repack means new features. Team up and play together with a friend. Pac-Man and Pac-Drone are coming. Watch out, ghosts.
They're adding some type of 2-player co-op.
Jump with even more precision. And that's not all. Complete missions to earn special items. Wear stylish new outfits.
Okay, I really love the outfits.
Figures.
I'm
Get ready to
digging that all of these like I'm digging that a lot of these like mascot games are like having more like costumes and stuff. Like I like the costumes in Donkey Kong Bonanza. The costumes in Mario Kart are actually kind of cool too. They're actually like growing on me, because at first I was kind of like I was a little indifferent, but I think all the costumes in all these games are pretty cool. But yeah.
power up and have a blast because
I also want to say that this just looks right up my alley. I ain't even gonna cap. I can't say that this is gonna be a day one purchase or anything, but I see myself getting this. I see myself getting this eventually, especially if I catch it on sale. Like honestly, a lot of these games that was in this direct, they give off those games that you will catch on a digital sale. That's what these games give you. They say see old school games getting remastered is a W for sure. And they say like, yeah, they didn't look sharp back then, but I think it's a great move. Modern gaming developers should take notes. Hell yeah, like yeah. All of those like GameCube, PS2 games, like a lot of those games just need like to be put on modern systems, because I've been kind of saying this. I've said this on the channel a little bit, but I feel like when it comes to like with like that 7th generation, like I want to include the Dreamcast, but I won't, just for simplicity's sake. But when it comes to like GameCube, PS2, that era of like gaming, I feel like it doesn't. I feel like that era still feels modern to me. Like I don't know what it is. Like PS2 and GameCube games are not old to me, but that's just me. But I love the art style of this. I think it's fun. I think it's cute. I think it's whimsical. I like the voice lines. I think there are gonna be more voice lines. Like they're adding a lot of stuff. So honestly, I approve of this. I very much approve.
on the menu. Here we go. Pac-Man World 2 Repack. Available September 26th, 2025.
And this is not that far from now. This is September 26th. So literally like less than 2 months. They said Croc, another PS1 game, got a remaster and it looks gorgeous. I've seen that. It does. It really does. Yep. But okay, let me go back to the visual. So since we're on Bandai Namco's, that they're like, since we're talking about them right now, well, let's go ahead and get into Dragon Ball. And this ain't gonna take that long because, hey, well, I won't even play the trailer, but basically, Sparking Zero is coming to the Switch too. Like, it's coming to Switch too. Which honestly, when I was watching it this morning, I literally forgot that Dragon Ball Sparking Zero was even on Switch One. That's actually dope as fuck. But yeah, I'll just keep it at that, and that's really it. Honestly, when it comes, well, no, before we move on, I will say, since they're doing that, why don't they go ahead and put like, why don't they go ahead and up-res like Fighters and Xenoverse 2 and all that? They might as well do all of the Dragon Ball games Switch 2 support, cause I don't know, Sparking Zero just, are y'all people still playing that? I ain't even gonna cap. Sparking Zero, it was not my cup of tea. But I already knew that before I even played or anything like that, because I knew that the Budokai Tenkaichi games were not my cup of tea. Like, they look good and they're cool, but I mean, I don't know. I just find it really, like, I don't know. It's like the gameplay is very shallow, very very much like archaic, like old school anime arena 3D fighter type vibes. Like, I'm just not big of a fan. But I mean, I see a lot of people enjoy the game, and that's cool. But I feel like, to me personally, I need more things than just a whole bunch of characters. Like, I actually need like clever game design and like combos and like actual like offensive options and defensive options and all that type of stuff, and like mechanics going on. Not to say Sparking Zero is a bad game, because honestly, I haven't even played too much of it, but yeah, that's that. And oh, so this is something I missed yesterday. So there was a surprise drop on the Nintendo Switch Online service, and I'm actually surprised that they're just now doing it. I don't know what's with Nintendo and them trying to drip feed everything instead of, I feel like they missing the mark with a lot of this stuff. Like, so they're releasing Mario Paint on Nintendo Switch Online for the Super Nintendo, and I think it's cool. I think it's actually cool as fuck. Will I be sitting up playing Mario Paint? I don't think so. Not really. I don't know if it's on there now or what, but no, that ain't gonna be nothing I'm just gonna sit up be playing too much. But I mean, it's cool, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people who probably grew up with the game or had it when they were younger, they'll probably get a kick out of it. But yeah, and I'm trying to pull the trailer up. Okay, boom, got it. Actually, okay, now got it.
Hi there, and welcome to the world of Mario Paint. This is a game that's all about creation and fun. In fact, you can even play with the game logo. See, this letter changes Mario's size, and this one makes Yoshi appear.
So this is actually, like I said, this is cool because Mario Paint on the Super Nintendo, I think you had to buy like a actual like proprietary like Nintendo license or Nintendo branded like mouse for the Super Nintendo, and that's how you like use like the paint features and all that type of stuff. So yeah, and of course you can also use your own USB-C mouse. Well, not USB-C, but USB mouse. And if you don't want to use the Joy-Cons.
Here. And then this one. Whoa! Quick, start the video. Start the In this mode, you can select from a few existing pictures and color in each part using the Fill paintbrush. You can also click on Mr. Crayon to swap between other color and pattern options. You can even fill in
I'm gonna have to do this on. I'm gonna have to play with this on screen one day. I'm gonna come on here. Either I'm gonna come on here or Twitch, and I'm gonna play with this. This actually looks cool. I will say that, like, I know like programs like this, people like think they're just like fun little toys, but some people are actually able to like make some decent like pieces of artwork and stuff like this. And like this reminds me of like Microsoft Paint. So I'll never like what's the word, take this type of stuff for granted because it's actually a cool thing. And I also think it's really cool for like, you know, younger people who may want to be artists or like painters or something like that. This is the type of stuff like they need to make more games like this, honestly. Like this reminds me of Flipnote Studio too. Crazy we don't even have Flipnote Studio no more. That's crazy. And that could actually work on the Switch. They don't really do nothing with the touch controls no more though. I think I think because the Switch has like that smartphone type screen, that Nintendo doesn't even bother too much with like touch controls no more. But anyway,
Yoshi with more Yoshis, if that's your thing. Here is where you can create something entirely your own using the different available tools. And if you make a mistake, just click the undo dog icon to go back a step. With the Nintendo Switch 2 system, you can use
and yeah, there's the mouse controls.
either a left.
And honestly, I will say that, and I'm gonna keep this playing too while I say this. Honestly, I will say that the mouse controls are not that bad. Like, I really haven't made like a review or anything on like the Joy-Cons or nothing, but I will say that the Joy-Cons are actually like not that bad to control as a mouse, especially not on the actual table, but even on like your thighs or something like that, or your leg, like it's not that bad. Oh shit.
On the bright side, this is a great place to blow off some steam by slapping the proverbial paint off these bugs. Just watch out for King Watinga. He's Nat.
Okay, well that was that. I ain't gonna have y'all watch that because it's Mario Paint. It's a how old game? It's a over 25-year-old game. So yeah. Oh wait a minute, I done forgot that I had my bomb, y'all. Oh my god, how could I forget? I gotta get back in the motion. See, I've been off live too long. I'm trying to get back into things, and just so everyone who's watching right now, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate everything y'all do, and y'all are like my GOAT, like for real. So let's see. Let me see what I want to talk about next. Okay, here's another one. This one's is like I feel like when it comes to Just Dance, why don't they just make them a live service game? You would think something like Just Dance would like you would think like Just Dance could make a lot of money off like in-game purchases and stuff like that. But then again, people don't buy music. Well, they would probably buy I feel like people would buy like DLC packs of like current things going on like in the. Anyways, let's watch this little trailer for Just Dance. Just talk shit a little bit. And this is Ubisoft, y'all. So you got Madonna, and who else? Smash Mouth, I've never heard of them. One Republic, I guess I've heard of them before, probably. And you have this party mode. No, I'm gonna be honest. Like I have never been a Just Dance player. Like I don't. I think I wanted to have the Michael Jackson like I think it was the This Is It experience or something. Michael Jackson had a Wii game like all the way back in 2000. Like this was the year he died actually. I think that was like 2009. So I was like, they said hot take, We Just Dance are so much better. Bruh. If they wanted to release Just Dance for the Wii, it would sell. It would probably actually sell. Like I think that demographic, the demographic of people who only play Just Dance probably still have they probably still have their Wii. So I feel like they could release Just Dance on Wii in 2026, 2025, and that shit will still sell. It will still sell, literally. Just like I feel like if Game Freak decided to put a game on the DS or 3DS, that shit was gonna sell too. But yeah, so this is exciting for the people who's into that stuff. But like I said, wouldn't it be? I just feel like I don't know. I would have thought Just Dance would have been the type of game to go ahead and make like one game to where they just add on. But like, nah, they just keep making a new one over and over and over again. But anyways, let's see what else we got. Because that reminds me of like GTA and like mobile games and all that type of stuff. Like we always get big games. Like Xenoverse 2 is another example. Like we get these games and they have so much DLC, so much content that comes out. They be supported for years. You would have thought Just Dance would like follow that model. But anyways, next up on the lineup is I guess let's see. I guess I'll go ahead and talk about EA Sports a little bit. And this is just gonna be a quick wham bam because I don't play EA Sports, but actually, you know what I miss? I ain't gonna say I don't play EA Sports. It's this generation now. I feel like we don't get decent basketball or football games like that. Other than it's like it seems like all the major like sports games are just like simulators basically, literally like they're just simulators. We don't actually get cool, unique, different things like how we used to. Like y'all remember SSX on tour, SSX 3, NBA Street V3, NFL Street, stuff like that. We do not get stuff like that no more, which is a shame, honestly. Like literally, like even on different platforms, like on the Nintendo consoles, you could get you could see Mario in EA Sports. You can get Luigi, Peach, and all them. They don't even do that no more, which is crazy. So yeah, let's look at how boring this trailer looks. So yeah, let's see how much detail and how many shadows and how many polygons and you know all the accurate sports data and all that. Let's take a look at that, okay?
The realest Madden ever, built from
It's even in their headline, the realest Madden.
It's game time. Kick off your journey to become an NFL legend in the most dynamic Madden game yet.
And then the frame rate right here is not. Those frames were choppy. I ain't even gonna cap. That did not look good at first, but I guess it gets better.
Immerse yourself in authentic team traditions and strategize playmaking decisions with newly added features to lead your team to victory. All built from real NFL data. In franchise mode, choose from 3 new archetypes to begin your coaching legacy. Or become your favorite NFL coach, each with their own strategies. Customize your game plan by selecting new abilities each week that offer different tactical advantages. Then level them up to fine-tune your plays. Plus, compete on the gridiron in local or online multiplayer.
Now I will say, my friend, when I do have to play sports games like this, I do appreciate the weather, like the different weather conditions that you can have. I've always like when it rained or snowed like that. That's always been cool as fuck to me.
Compete on the gridiron in local or online multiplayer. EA Sports Madden NFL 26 touches down on Nintendo Switch 2, August 14th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
Okay, so that is coming August 14th on the Nintendo eShop. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know which games are game key cards and cartridges, but I want to say that I feel like Madden might be fully on the cartridge. But then again, with the way that they're doing it nowadays with the third parties is really no telling. But yeah, but I know for sure Sparking Zero is gonna be on a game key card. That's what I mean. A lot of these games really are just like digital games. I wouldn't bother like getting any of these games physically if I were to be honest. But yeah, and let's go ahead and look at the other football game. Let me pull it up real quick, and I swear we gonna get off of this topic. Here we go. I will say that FIFA looks better than Madden. I ain't even gonna count. This looks better than Madden.
It's like he's got the ball on a string. Oh, finally a bit of physicality in this game. Well, I haven't seen that one before.
Oh, and that's also coming September 26th. I think that's the same day as Pac-Man World. So yeah. So that's EA Sports, y'all. Do y'all give do y'all care? Do y'all give a fuck? I ain't gonna say that I don't care. It's just I feel like actually let me pull this up. I'm finna show y'all. Like I feel like sports games in the 2000s had way more like just like swag about them. I ain't even gonna cap. I know that sounds like an old head, but I ain't even gonna cap. I'm finna tell you. I'm finna show y'all. This is the type of energy that I need of these sports games basically. Like I know we had NBA 2K Playgrounds, but I don't even think they support that no more. I know that yeah, NBA Playgrounds 2 was like how many years ago? That was too long ago. We need another one. But let me pull this trailer up. This is gonna be from IGN too. Like I just feel like this I wanna play sports games more, but I need them to come with a little more pizzazz. Okay, trying to pull this shit up, y'all. All right, here we go. This is NBA Street V3, and this was on the GameCube. See that year, 2004. Like, can't you see that there's like an actual art style to this? And like, I don't know, there's actual art direction. Even though that was a little, damn. I wish it was, let's see. Or even when you could, let me just, I don't know. We don't get all this crazy shit no more. Ooh, no sir, no sir, no sir. We just want. Okay.
This is street ball.
I'm gonna have to play this on stream. I'm gonna play this on stream one day. I'm definitely gonna have to play this. I'm gonna have to show y'all this shit. See, look, Mario, Luigi, Peach. We don't even get shit like this no more. But you want to partner? You want to partner with Nintendo and be on their systems, but you don't want to actually do it for real. Okay, and I'm okay. That's that. We'll have to come back to NBA Street V3 another day. But I done lost track of where I was. Hold on. Pull Nintendo back up. And y'all, we've been here for about 40 minutes, so go ahead and hit the like button if you haven't already. It just takes one click. It's just one click. So yeah, let me drop a bomb for that. If you like every like y'all drop, I'm gonna drop a bomb. Go ahead. Yeah, they said they need to bring games like that back. Yeah, they do. They're just lazy. They're lazy. I don't know what the hell is going on with EA or like EA Sports in general. But like I said, it seems like all we get is like straight up simulators. They don't actually try to make fun games with like different things that go on. Or hell, it don't even have to be a whole bunch of different shit. At least have some type of art direction or like something. Something that can reel in other people, something that can hook people in that aren't fans of basketball. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm not even no big basketball or football fan, but I don't mind playing a good football or basketball game if it's fun. Like, I have no problem doing that. But anyway, let's move on. Actually, there actually was another NBA game that was shown off. So I'm gonna play that. It was a part of like the little sizzle reel though. So at the end of the direct, they usually do like, what do you call it? Like a montage, like a quick montage of other games that they didn't talk about in depth. And that's usually like, no, like when they just show them, it's usually games that I don't be wanting to play, if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, there was this other NBA game that was shown off. So let's take a look at that. I think it's trying to do what I was just sitting here telling y'all about what EA should do. So let's see how what they come up with. And I will start by saying this is on the Switch 1, keep in mind, but whatever system isn't indicative on how good something can look or how aesthetically pleasing it can be.
The court is ready. The action has just begun. Perfect pass and great long shot. This is pure 3-on-3 basketball. Great team play. Wow, I wasn't expecting this. This is where the game turns into a pure party. Up to 4 players locally. More fun, more strategy. NBA bounce. Fun on every play.
I ain't even gonna cap. That kinda, hold on. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of NBA 2K Playgrounds, but I ain't gonna cap. That looked. I hate to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean whatsoever. I mean, I ain't even trying to say I have like these super high expectations, but that just looks cheap, bro. Like, that doesn't look like nothing that's not what I'm talking about. Like, in terms of, like, I like what they're doing with it. I like that you have like these customizable characters. It look like you can actually play as the mascots. I like that aspect of it, but hell, when it comes to the everything around it, I'm like, what the hell is that? Y'all see how, and I'm not sure if this is a game that's still in development or not, but like, look at how, like, what is all that blackness? Like, what is all that darkness in the background? It just looks empty. And then I wouldn't say the crowd looks very, that crowd needs to be touched up too. Like, this looks unfinished, if I were to be honest.
Great team play. Wow, I wasn't expecting this.
And it's like when they do try to, it's like you can also not have a super realistic art style while also being like very, you know, like what's the word? Like I hate to sound like I'm just because I'm not even just this big macho jabroni guy, but like you could have definitely had like a more like masculine art style. I guess I don't know. I don't like the cheap. I don't like this anime chibi shit. I don't like that. I don't like that. I just don't like that.
This is where the game turns into a pure party. Up to 4 players locally. More fun, more strategy.
Okay.
NBA bounce.
Boy, I wonder can you do 2v2? But anyways, that was that. The NBA bounce. I don't know. That wasn't really on the lineup. We was going off on a tangent about how EA is doing the sports games and how I feel like the sports games of the 2000s were just better when it comes to like aesthetics and variety and just all that type of jazz. But I will say, for what they are, FIFA and Madden, they do look good though. They look good for what they're trying to do. Let's see what else. Yeah, let's get into Plants vs Zombies now. So now Plants vs Zombies is something that I actually really liked as a kid. I haven't gotten into it too much lately as an adult, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into the trailer. And they had like an actual like their trailer was more like a commercial. It actually had like some production value behind it, so I actually thought that was pretty cool. Hopefully the live isn't like blocked from any of this, if I have to be honest. Oh. Oh no, they got rid of the CRT for a flat screen. Yeah, because it's in HD now. It's crazy how like a lot of like when it comes to like Nintendo stuff, it's still like a selling point for a lot of these games to be in HD. When the Wii U came out in 2012, they still are trying to make that like a selling point for like Nintendo games. Oh, it's in HD. Even Nintendo themselves, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Come on now. And local. So this is coming out October 3rd. So y'all be on the lookout for that. And this is also from EA and PopCap. So yeah. And this is also coming for Switch 1 and 2. Yeah, there's no reason this now if this was only for Switch 2, that would have not made sense. A lot of these games are actually on Switch 1 and 2 that we're going over. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So we pretty much covered like the main lineup. Let's see what else they had going on. Oh yeah. So I would say in general, honestly, now that we've watched some of the more notable things, I would say in general the direct was not. I would say it was a lot of filler, and it was very anticlimactic as well. So they decided to end. I think no. So Square Enix showed off some things. They had one game in the middle of it, and that was Final Fantasy Tactics, which that's cool and whatnot. But they also showed 2 more games at the end, and Nintendo actually made this big deal talking about something. Oh, we only have 2 more games to show you, and literally both of them were like those 2 HD 2D remake style like type like whatever you call them, the HD 2D remake shit. Now, I love that style is cool. Actually, hold on. Let's get into the trailer. Let's get into these trailers a little bit. before I say that. But I will say I do like the HD 2D look for the most part. But okay. Oh, actually, so after we talk about, it's probably like three. Say like it's probably like 3 or 4 games I want to talk about after this. So after we talk about Final Fantasy Tactics, we're gonna talk about Chilling by the Fire. We're gonna talk about Persona 3 and Yakuza. Cause I forgot about Sega. Sega didn't really come talking about nothing. I would have expected them to give more details about the Switch 2 version of Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, but they came with Yakuza and Persona. So we'll get in that in a minute. But I'm still trying to pull up Final Fantasy Tactics trailer for y'all. Here we go.
Is it truly him?
And I ain't gonna play too much of this because I really don't. I feel like Square Enix don't play that. I honestly feel like Square Enix don't play that. But basically, this is it. And this is actually not the. This is the HD 2D style, but this is like a different like variant of it or whatever. So it's still kind of like the same concept in a way. But yeah, instead of like turn-based, this is more like tactical strategy. So more like Fire Emblem or Advance Wars or something like that. At least that's what I get from it. I actually have never played this before. But yeah, but that's what that looks like. Final Fantasy Tactics. I know we didn't even watch the whole trailer, but like I said, I don't even think Square Enix play like that. And I ain't trying to get the video locked up. So yeah. I will show y'all the other trailer too though. Actually, oh yeah. Yeah, The Adventures of Elliot and then Octopath Travelers. Actually, I ain't even gonna show that shit. Honestly, if you a fan of Square Enix, good, y'all are eating, but I'm gonna be honest. I need that HD 2D remake style to come to another game. Like they should remake Earthbound or something. Like Nintendo should ask Square Enix to remake Earthbound in that style. Or even if we had like a Pokemon game in that style, that would be dope as fuck. Okay, so let's see what Sega came a little. Sega came a little bit talking about a little bit of something, not too much though. Let's see, they had Persona 3 Reload. Not the biggest Persona guy. Actually, I honestly don't know anything about Persona other than like Joker and Smash. Like that's about literally the only thing I can tell you about Persona. So honestly, I'm not the person to come ask questions. But we can watch this trailer though. Uh-oh. Come on. Oh, where's the audio? Y'all can't hear that.
Shadows that have dispersed.
I was told that a persona is the power of the soul, also known as your other self.
Tonight, we're infiltrating the campus.
Supposedly, destroying all those creatures will put an end to the Dark Hour.
Why struggle against the inevitable end? Even in these final moments, you still insist on fighting.
I couldn't handle it if the time we spent together disappeared.
I will say I do like the aesthetics though. Like I feel like the music and the art style, I've always liked the Persona. Like I'm gonna say like I've always been able to appreciate and admire from a distance.
We just want to avoid unnecessary confrontation.
I'll make you remember what you did to her. I'm gonna kill you!
Something bad's happening right now. But for some reason, I feel at peace.
understand what my purpose is now.
You've
Okay, now it's just becoming genuine anime.
known since the beginning.
You're kidding, right?
Yes.
But I will say that is like on the other end of that. I will say I can appreciate the art style, but I can also like that's the reason that I also just not is into it, because I feel like sometimes when I'm looking at it, it's a little too generic. Like look at like this right here, like characters that look like this, I just be like, I don't know. I like my characters to be a little bit more unique than this. And that's pretty much the same problem I have with Fire Emblem, honestly. Like this art style is like a double-edged sword. It can look cool, but like the actual characters themselves, when you like put them like by themselves with nothing much around them, it just comes off a little bit too generic for me.
You certainly wouldn't be so stupid.
Are you saying?
Like look at that. I don't know. As someone from the outside looking in, like I know if you're a Persona fan, these are all different characters and all that, but it's from someone from the outside looking in, all of these characters look damn near the same. They just have different hair colors and slightly different lengths. Even the clothes they got, it all blends in together. But hey, that's coming from someone who doesn't play Persona, who doesn't really know much about it at all. So take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm just talking shit.
Everyone will die?
You did this?
Death is nothing to be afraid of.
It doesn't matter if you're not afraid. It's not the point.
As sad as I am to hear it, I'll respect your decision. Come on, let's go.
Okay, so yeah, Persona 3 Reload. So I'm assuming that this is, yeah, this is also a re-release, remake slash re-release. Isn't Persona like on their 5th game? Like isn't Persona 5 a thing? So this is a, let me see. Let me type in Persona in Google real quick. I could have sworn there's like a Persona 5. Yeah, there's Persona 5 was made in 2016. When was Persona 3 a thing? Damn, this is from 2006. Oh, so this was like what, a PS2 game or something like that? Yeah, this was on the PlayStation 2. I'm not sure. This may be the first time it's being re-released though. So that's actually cool. Yeah, so that was Persona 3. If y'all care? Do y'all even care? Like are y'all even fans of that? Like I ain't even gonna cap. But let's move on. I'm gonna show y'all Yakuza next. Yakuza 0 is actually on my hit list. I plan on getting that probably when it goes on sale again. I see this last Flash summer sale that came in so clutch, bro. I got so many games from that, but I couldn't get literally everything. So the next major sale, and Sega usually does sales like pretty often compared to like a lot of other publishers. Like out of all of the main publishers, like the big 3 minus Nintendo, like Sega, Capcom, Bandai, I feel like Sega games seem to go on sale more often. But hey, that's just me taking a guess. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this Yakuza.
The dragons of the East and West.
And this is also, well, no, actually no. Yeah, this is Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2. So the main game is 2, but they're also remastering, re-releasing the first one. Yeah. So the Switch 2 is actually going through the same motions the Switch 1 kind of did. Y'all remember, like, I remember a lot of the discussions were like, is the Switch 2 gonna like have way more original things for it and all this and that? But no, it's also another port machine, just like the Switch 1.
匹でええんですわ。あんたもそう思いますやろ。
Yakuza Kiwami 2 is brawling its way onto Nintendo Switch 2. Kamurocho, Tokyo, Sotenbori, Osaka, two prolific entertainment districts in Japan, where the former dragon of Dojima, Kazuma Kiryu, faces down the dragon of Kansai, Ryuji Goda.
This is also something that I gotta get into Yakuza, man. I just have not. There's a lot of things on my backlog and stuff I gotta get into, man. Like Yakuza is one of them. Like this is one of those games where I'm like, no, this is something I feel like I do like. Like I feel like I do like Yakuza. I just haven't played them yet to understand anything. But I will say this trailer, I feel like this trailer looks better than Yakuza 0. But this is just me. This is just me. This is just me. Oh, okay.
Use free-flowing combat moves to take on foes in action-packed brawls. Duke it out using your fists, weapons, and everything else.
So I guess this is more like a beat 'em up. Is Yakuza not a beat 'em up already? Or is I think Yakuza is more like Shenmue. It's more like an exploration thing type joint, ain't it?
Your disposal. Plus, there's still plenty else to do around the cities. Enjoy darts.
And then this, yeah, when I got to this part of the direct, I was like, damn. I was like, yeah, they're not doing GTA 5. When they showed this up, I was like, they are not doing GTA 5. Hell no.
Karaoke. And even golf.
One could still pray though. I could still pray.
A deadly clash between two dragons.
Kanto, like Pokemon?
Yakuza Kiwami 2 launches on Nintendo Switch 2, November 13th.
So this comes November.
Yakuza Kiwami, the story that launched the epic series, is also launching on Switch 2 the same day, featuring enhanced graphics, improved frame rates, and additional language support.
So I'm not sure originally what that came out for, but yeah. Okay, y'all. So like I said, it's some cool things, but overall this shit was kind of mid. I ain't even gonna cap. Now they did show off a little trailer for Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, but I'm gonna be honest, I really didn't give a fuck about that. And now that I think about it, I could have just had the video up and went through the different chapters, but oh well, y'all know we get over here. But actually, no, I think that was about this bullshit. Okay, now this next game we finna look at. Now, when I saw this, all I could do was shake my head. I was like, that is actually insane. Like, that is wild. That is crazy. Like, it is 2025. I know that this is like the age of like technology and AI and all that shit is on the rise and all these virtual worlds, but I just feel like this shit was I felt like they was playing in our face. They playing in our face with this game. I'm sorry. Maybe some of y'all will get some enjoyment out of it, but I don't buy into stuff like this. I ain't even gonna cap. But this shit is called Chilling by the Fire. And I don't know who developing this. It honestly looks like an indie game, if you ask me. But let's go ahead and take a look at it, child. Cause a
cozy campfire is calling.
And this is only for Switch 2, by the way.
Calling all camping enthusiasts. Build campfires in this cozy fire building sim.
So this is a campfire simulator, I guess. Which, I mean, simulators, cool. Why not have simulators of different things? Like I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that.
Chop wood, arrange the pieces, then light them up. But if you don't fuel the flames properly, they'll fizzle out. To stoke your campfire, place logs based on the fire's strength. Let enough oxygen flow through and maintain the right amount of heat. Don't let wet logs dampen your fire.
So it looks very like cozy and not very fast paced
before tossing them in the
just by
flames.
looking at it.
And when you want to create an even bigger fire, just blow on it. Sometimes though, a little patience is all you need. So roast some marshmallows or set off fireworks to light up the sky. You can also get the flames going in rainy or snowy conditions. But try mastering your campfire making skills first with a compatible USB camera.
And this is the bullshit I'm talking about. This is the bullshit I am talking about. Why is this bullshit? I ain't gonna say it's bullshit as in like this is terrible and no one should buy this and you're insane for buying this or like this is all fun and cool, but I just feel like this is not my cup of tea because wouldn't y'all rather like go out in real life and do this? Like I guess it would be cool if you really have three other genuine friends who also have Switch 2s, who also have this game, who also have webcams to put onto your Switch 2 or into their Switch 2s. That's cool. That's really cool if you can like make a genuine like bond with your friends out of this. But I just feel like sometimes I feel like there's a thin line between like being a simulator and just having fun and then just like touching grass. Like I feel like this is very easy to go do in real life. But hey, you ain't gonna catch me playing this. I ain't even gonna cap. Unless, like I said, I honestly scratch that. I actually probably would play this, even though I'm more than likely not even gonna be buying this. But yeah, I just couldn't get jiggy with that. Honestly, I ain't even gonna cap. Yeah, so yeah. And honestly, I want to say, okay, so we've been here for over an hour, y'all. We're literally like an hour and 8 minutes in. So, like I said, like I keep saying, please like the video, subscribe, and comment if you got anything to comment. So, yeah. But I want to say, I'm looking through here. I think that was everything. That was pretty much everything from today's direct. Well, I ain't gonna say everything, but those were the notable things. Some of the things I missed was Apex Legends. That's cool, but that's also, I wouldn't say that it's like breaking news, like mad breaking news or anything like that. We also have Hello Kitty Island Adventure. That's cool for the people into that. You got Star Wars, and you got these. You just got a slew of games. Honestly, the rest of the stuff is just like whatever. Honestly, anything we didn't talk about today is probably just like whatever. Oh, there's also Katamari Damacy too. Now that I wouldn't say that game is just whatever. I just forgot to show y'all. Even though I have it right here, I just don't know if I feel like keep going. I ain't even gonna cap, because we done talked about this a lot. Yeah, we've been on here for an hour. So yeah, I want to say that's it, y'all. I want to say that that's it. Oh, let's look at one more thing before we go. So yesterday, y'all know we talked about how, Borderlands 4 and all that type of stuff, and how we was talking about, the developers should stop insisting that the Switch is like this system where you can just take the exact same like PlayStation game and just put that on there. Like, people need to start like optimizing and putting performance over graphical fidelity. Yeah, that was the Borderlands situation, because the people who make it then came out and said that it's gonna run mostly at 30. So even though y'all was telling me that y'all don't really mind it, I don't mind it either. But honestly, like I said, I just feel like 60 frames per second is pretty much the standard. Like, it's very much the standard now, because Mario Kart and Donkey Kong does it. But let's see how this trailer looks. Let's see if it looks as bad as what they're. What if it looks any worse or better? Okay. Let that load up, y'all. Oh my god.
This shouldn't hurt too bad. Make room for the boom. Hear them to spit.
Oh my god, the video. Even the video is choppy. Nah, that's my fault. I just. Okay, cool. And I like Borderlands. I've always liked Borderlands. October 3rd. So I don't know what about that can't run at 60 or nothing, but hey, whatever. So y'all, honestly, I think this is gonna be it. Yeah, this is it. So yeah, did y'all notice that I had like a different intro this time? I tried to like, I don't know. I'm trying to make it actually like actually worth the little wait, like the 1 minute wait in the beginning of the stream. So yeah. So when I get off, I'm probably gonna be like doing different stuff in terms of that, because I don't have an outro neither. Like, when I get off here, I'm just gonna be like, okay y'all, bye, and then the stream is gonna be in there. So when I get off of here, I'm gonna work on that. So for tomorrow, which I think I should be able to come tomorrow. That's why I said this last time. I may try to get some other I may get some other topics other than just strictly like game releases and stuff like that. I wouldn't mind talking about like merch and all that other stuff, or even like music and all that other stuff. So yeah, but this is your boy Red. I'm gonna be going ahead and signing off now. I hope y'all have a pleasant evening. I hope y'all have a blessed night. And yeah, I will catch y'all on the flip side. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe. And yeah, I will be catching y'all on the flip side. Y'all stay tuned for Super Mario 64. Part 11 is on the way. So yeah, this your boy Red signing out, and ciao.